we can only hope to make a difference after this conversation and through this conversation if we're telling it how it is. I'm a former athlete, and I'll always be a Black man, so I get it, but we need people who don't have these experiences to get it. So I wanted to share my screen and show you something that I saw on Twitter that I thought was really, really moving and really powerful by a young athlete at University of North Carolina, Diami Brown, and he tweeted this photo of him in the stands, obviously surrounded by fans, and he said, "Sometimes I think this is the only time they really care about me." And when I saw that, it was one of those things where it kind of just hits you immediately, right? Like, man, to sit there and to be in that moment with those fans and to be enjoying that because it's something that you wanted to be a part of, something that you worked so hard to be able to do. But then when you go back and you reflect on what's going on right now, it kind of doesn't even feel the same. So I wanted to try to get responses from everyone, really, as far as when you see that and you think about what that could mean for him and what that might have meant for you at any time period. Just talk about those experiences and dealing with that.
I'm from Minnesota, so a lot of the volleyball teams I was on, I was usually the only Black girl. So then obviously we'd have our fans and, you know, people that supported us, but I never knew if they just supported me or if they supported my entire community. And that's still like present for me right now at Iowa. We have 3 Black girls on our team, and sometimes it just feels like if they didn't know us personally, if they would think something completely different about us.
I can completely relate to that. I'm the only Black girl on my team. And it's really, like, during that moment, it's really easy to forget that we are, like, the only Black student athletes, or like you said, there's only 3 of you, I think you said. But I know for me personally, I just, I don't know, I think about it a lot more than I think some people may. And so it's hard, especially like at Drake, most of our fans are white and so are most of the student athletes. So it's something that I think about a lot, and I don't like, it is hard to know if like they only support us because we're good at what we do or if they like us for who we are as people.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with both of them. You know, on Drake's football team, at any given moment, it can be like 80 to 90 guys on the team, and right now there's only 5. You know, Black dudes on the team. So me and the dudes who are on the team that are Black, we talk about it all the time. Like it's a daily thing that we mention at least one time. And for the most part, you know, we stick together in meetings. We usually sit together and stuff like that. And it's not like we don't interact with the rest of the team, but it's like, you know, we have difficulties, and we feel like we've had difficulties being at an all-white school, especially being Black, you know what I'm saying, that we have because we're Black. And so, you know, we've basically come to the conclusion that if we didn't stick together, we'd probably, you know, leave, you know, because it's difficult. It's a difficult task. So that's something also that, and I did see that tweet, that's something also that crossed my mind. It's like, would I really have, you know, all of the white friends and the Caucasian friends that I had if I didn't play football? So that's how I think of it.
And I want to kind of pick up where you left off on something that you said that I think really stuck with me, how you felt like you guys had to stick together. There's no other way that you feel like you could survive without doing that. I kind of want to pivot it to Alfonso and David and to Natalie. Have you ever felt that way? Like, you know, you got to find that community within the team, and how do you go about managing both? Because you want to be there and be present with the whole team. At the same time, there's different things that you specifically need for it to be comfortable for you.
Yeah, for me, you know, that's kind of a big thing because, you know, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that like some of my teammates, white teammates, they're not gonna understand. Like I can't talk to them about everything because they just never been through it, just because that's just how it is. And you know, a lot of people grow up from Iowa, like a lot of my teammates from Iowa, so you know they grew up in small towns, and you know their first time seeing a Black kid is on the football team we on now. So it's like, you know, how can I be comfortable in that situation where, you know, you're not even familiarized with me as a person?
For me, it's just like I'm the only one now on our team, and like I feel like sometimes I have a hard time like talking to my even my roommates about it. Like they're super like standoffish and like don't really know like sometimes what to say, or like they don't really get it. So yeah, we've had other girls on our team that were like mixed, and so like that's been nice, but they've kind of been a little like shy and like don't really like ever really want to talk. So that's kind of sucked because I'm very like vocal and it's just me. So
Mhm.